Welcome to another tale from the Blue Wizard. Remember that this YouTube novel is for entertainment purposes, and you should not be making life decisions based on what you hear a YouTuber say. Take what resonates and leave the rest. You may recall from the previous chapter that Manni had convinced the board of directors for All Reality Unlimited to include him in a delegation of junior executives venturing out into the field for corporate counter-espionage. He immediately found our informant and asked him to join, an invitation which was immediately rejected. Today's episode is Chapter 3, The Original Blues Brothers. Blue is a color that was lost to many of the ancients for an age or two. The old stories from Iceland, ancient Chinese and Japanese sagas, and even texts from the learned Greeks all had no mention of the color blue. Hebrew scriptures seem to have omitted the color, accepting the magnificent, transcendent techelet, a color from dye described as the purest of blues. Among the ancients, the Egyptians treasured the color blue enough to preserve the secret of a synthetic pigment for the color. Conversely, materials to produce the color red have always been plentiful. Manni, who was always of a very curious nature, was flabbergasted at his friend's refusal to come along with him, having assumed his friend would be overjoyed to accompany him and get out there in the real world. As part of his duties in acquisitions, Manni was among the very few executives of All Reality Unlimited, junior or senior, that had put boots on the ground out in the field. Manni, and I would like to point out for those watching with captions that his name is spelled M-A-N-N-I, not M-A-N-N-Y, had gone into the field on excursions during the early days of the incorporation with his boss, Mr. Forrester, head of acquisitions. According to Manni, they used the pretense of acquiring resources to conduct hunts on the opposition from the discordant one. That is such an awkward name.
The discordant one.
Let's use a more mundane name. Mel. Mr. Mel Goth. So Mel had been gothing things up, turning beautiful works of imaginative art implemented for All Reality into monstrous train wrecks. And Mr. Forrester and his teams would go hunt down these problems and fix them. Most of the board members tended to be on the stoic side, but Forrester's anger was legendary, as was his love of being out in the field putting out the fires. He was also a heck of a horn player. The hunting excursions had been phased out, so Manni, who loved being out in the field, saw this special delegation as his dreams come true, and couldn't even comprehend his friend not wanting to go along with him. What? Why not? Manni asked. This is your chance, maybe the only chance for you to get out there in the field where it all happens. Nobody working for the company ever gets to go out there anymore. I've been working on a new tweak to intersecting wave patterns, and I think I'm close to a breakthrough. Our friend explained as his answer. But acquisition was Manni's wheelhouse, and he could think of no other asset as useful as a trusted friend on this mission into the unknown. He was determined to win our friend over. Emotions come in waves, Manni said. Your study of intersecting wave patterns and how to enhance those interactions will have more opportunities for observation and testing out in the field. We have emotions here, our friend said. Not like out in the field. Here you have ripples. Emotion there runs wild, is unpredictable, Extreme shifts in intensity and sudden jumps from one emotion to another, opposing and conflicting emotions. The wave data you gather would be more useful than centuries of theoretical modeling. Manni tried several other not nearly as convincing arguments over the next few days, but had pretty much given up on persuading our friend to join when, by chance, he ran into our friend of many stories in the break room. "I'll go," he said. "I don't like the notion of leaving my research partner on the wave interaction project behind, but she agrees that the data I would bring back would move our work ahead significantly." "My brother," Manni said as he beamed a smile and crunched our friend in an enthusiastic embrace. Code names, Mr. Blue and Mr. Blue. Thank you for visiting for another tale from the Blue Wizard. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy today's content. Be good to yourself and kind to others.